Welcome back to Fix Build Race. In this video we're going to swap a 1UZ into this Cressida. Let's get into it. So we'll just do a quick walk around the car for you guys before we start ripping into it. So Sam, let us know what the deal is with this thing. Yeah, so like I said, it's a 1989 MX-70 Cressida. So it's got the 2.8 litre straight 6 single overhead cam 5ME. Pretty gutless. And this paint isn't factory, is it? Yeah, no. So I did the paint myself. It cost me about $100. Just wanted to see if I could do it. It is coming up in some places, so we'll be doing that again at some point. But he's got the blue stripes and stuff. I reckon that looks pretty sexy. The Advan livery, please don't get the spoiler.
Have a look at his rear. That is full droop on that rear shot.
Should we put it back down on the ground quickly?
Yeah. Oh, it won't go fully down. Because we can. Oh, grab some block of wood.
Anyway, this thing is slammed.
Oh, get that one.
Feel good?
Yeah.
Oh. Oh my god. Yeah.
So yeah, gets a lot of attention, some of it unwanted.
DIY semi-slicks. Plenty of life left in those, mate.
So it's a custom made LSD. Super tight.
Yep. Better surface for us, but I think we're looking alright.
Yeah, it's not too bad.
But
Scrapage on the rails.
rail scrapes.
With the introduction out of the way, it was time to get stuck into pulling the 5ME out of the hole to make room for the new heart.
Oh, nope.
Rat?
Nah, ant nest.
Oh. Well, ice spray clips in the glove box.
Yep.
In the bun.
Get his arm down. You like wearing that fuel rack? Oh. Well, glad that was you and not me.
Yeah. And you're giving me wearing my work clothes.
Yeah. Alright. And we're up and see what we got.
Jay-Z, no.
With the boat anchor of an engine out of the car and in the bin, it was a prime opportunity to clean off the 30 years of built up road grime so Jack wouldn't get his hands dirty while working on the car.
You ready? Roll up, you put it on the stand. That gearbox looks awfully small for the size of this engine. There we go. Stand back in case the stand goes ping! Shouldn't do that. Ooh.
What snap?
All the welds.
Did it actually?
Yeah, all these ones.
The The engine bay was nice and clean, so it was time to prep the engine to be test fit into the car.
This included swapping to a front sump in order to clear the Cressida's subframe.
Just going to throw the swap kit engine mounts on. Well, it's not really kit, is it? It's just swap mounts. These are from
Excessive manufacturing in the
So,
US.
yeah.
So.
Aaron's here. We're just taking the bell housing off because
That the one doesn't go on this engine.
no, yeah, thank you. Spacehead. Oh, look at that.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Look at that. What are you looking at?
Aaron's butt.
Didn't get any of that, but
Oh, all good. Chuck it back on, pretend like. No, I'm kidding. You got a shot? Alright. Gearbox going on the thing. I got Sam to get boxed earlier. We were prepared. Here's one I prepared earlier. Just no washers.
no washers.
Sam didn't get washers.
I didn't get washers.
Well, why are you Sam?
Huh?
What are you, Sam?
An idiot, Sam.
Alright. Watch out, guys. Aaron's driving.
Uh-oh.
The beer is just going to taste so much better.
Yeah.
Oh, did you hear that? Did you hear that? Oh,
Was that you dropping?
no, that was just
Sliding straight in.
Straight in. Beautiful.
Oh. How good.
Yeah, man. You.
Well, no, you guys did the hard work. I didn't.
You man the crane. Nah, if it was just the two of us, we would have been.
We'd still be here in
Would
like
be
6
drinking.
hours.
Would be drinking beer with the engine over there, like
Crying.
stuff. This.
Kissing. What? How's it the position lining up? Is it perfect? Right.
Look at that. Boom.
This is why we love Toyota.
You. Just doof.
Full straight up. And Sam, you blonde, mate?
Oh yeah, I'm blonde.
Alright.
Let's get to it.
Yeah.
The beast of a 1UZ was a tight squeeze, so the manifolds needed some serious modifications. I'm a trained professional. Wear the proper safety PPE, don't try this at home.
Oh yeah, it's the shaft.
It's very, very in the way.
So we're gonna need to make. Yeah, unfortunately. Wah wah.
The original brake booster was also in the way, so we swapped it out for a slimmer one from an MR2. We then swapped the factory Cressida master cylinder onto the MR2 booster. This is to keep the ratio between the master cylinder bore and the brake caliper piston correct.
Ooh, that's hot. So we've shortened the shaft to be the right length. It's same as before. We'll just tidy up that thread or something. And put it back to the same length it was.
So that's sitting where the firewall is. You can see that it's heaps of clearance.
Be fat
This
boy.
one,
There's a chunky dude, and you can see it would be smacking right there. So that's
So-
a 1.
and yes, this is a MX83 7N GTE.
Q3 3796.
So you're backwards. Oh, stickers!
Oh, sponsored by Philips.
Not really, but they could.
Oh, please, 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 please.
Just watch the fins.
Fit like a glove.
33. 33, and what's that? 36? 40, 38. So Sam's gone for a Link G4X Storm. I sourced this through work because we, at my work, Tune Technic, are a Link dealer, so if you want any Link products, hit us up.
He made sure everything was going to fit and set all the lengths for the wiring loom, then pull the engine back out so that we could paint the engine bay.
The front panel that was on the car was a bit wonky, so Sam welded a brand used one on from his parts car. He then prepped and painted the engine bay all on his lonesome as I was stuck at home with COVID.
I went with Nardo Grey for the engine bay colour, but I decided to spice it up a little bit by doing something special with the clear coat.
It looks so much better in person, eh? So as you saw, I had a look at, holy shit, dude. I had a look at this like over video call, and it did not look this colour. I guess without further ado, we'll show you guys. Ready? Boom! Yeah, it picks up on here way better.
Oh, that's good.
That's sick. So this is actually Nardo Grey. We were gonna go Nardo Grey.
Yeah, and then
So we added, by the looks of it, a ton of blue pearl into the paint.
So 4 grams. 14 grams. The engine was also filthy and Jack was spending all his money on disposable gloves, so we thought we should give the engine a clean down too.
We then tore down the engine so that we could replace all the gaskets and remove the wiring loom so that I could modify it to work in the Cressida.
So that's what we're dealing with in here. Very gungy. There's a bit of rust on the valves. So this has had water sitting in it, which we're not too keen about.
Hopefully it's not sitting in the cylinders.
Yeah, if it is, we'll just give it a few red lines and hopefully she'll be alright. So we just took the intake gasket off, and that's sand in there. So this was sitting under a tree at the beach.
Or it was someone's off-road pig and it's been thrashed, but
It's going to get more thrashing. Hopefully he can handle it, we'll find out. Might be doing a cheeky rebuild in the near future. Going to whip the valve covers off now. We're really curious to see what's going on in there.
yeah.
After seeing that valve. Oh yeah. I don't really want to touch it because my hands are dirty as crap, but those all look quite nice. Other side looks the same, which is good.
I love that smell.
What, very enjoyable.
Yeah.
my god. What the f is that? Oh. Just go in there with your finger. Oh, it's all in there, man. It's like slimy.
Oh, and wet.
Oh, ew. Oh. Good thing we're replacing that.
Good thing I didn't have breakfast.
Oh, crack off you. Oh. Oh. Oh, are you joking?
You serious? Oh, I thought it was gonna.
Hold that. You ready?
Yep.
A little bit more. The other side. Ready?
Yep.
A bit more. So that marks on, that marks on,
That marks on.
and that marks on. So we are on time.
baby.
We are on. So here it is, the finished product. So as you can see here, I've got the relays set up, which are going to mount inside under the dash, the powers for the relays, which will drop down onto one of those studs, the ground, ECU, A and B connector, body connector, DTM8 for the interior connector, so switches or a link dash, he could run off that later if he wanted to. Come along, it's all cloth taped up to here, grommet, sit in the firewall, and then the map and CAN lambda wiring, and then the coil on plug breakouts for a later coil on plug conversion, and then kept the factory plastic so that it mounts to the engine all nicely. So we got left bank, right bank, and then the middle, which used to be a massive chunk of diagnostic wiring and shit, is now just two wires going to idle control. Then come down here, we got the igniters and then a fan plug breakout, so I can add a subloom that'll power the fan, so those are that'll run the fan, so those are just two fan powers from the relays. So yeah, it's a pretty simple loom, but it took quite a while because I had to strip a bunch of wires out of it and I wanted it to be nice and tidy for Sam. Freshy gaskets going on. Apparently under this crimp connection there's a barb, so I'm going to hacksaw that off and without getting filings and everything, now that it's all sealed up, and see if that's true. Hopefully it is, and it means that we can just push some hose on there with a clamp and we'll be sweet. Cool a little bit, yeah man. So it is just so good. They could hear it. Yeah, definitely. Yes. We're in. Back to where we were a couple months ago. But nice colour.
Blue paint.
Beautiful blue paint.
And a wiring loom.
A wiring loom.
Everything clean.
Clean and
Refreshed.
new. And not full of shit. Shite. So this is the old throw-up bearing that came in the kit, which, as we said in the last video, didn't work, so I went and got one from a VZN 167 Hilux. So this bearing was sitting about here at like rest, so, and when the clutch comes in it'll be pulling forward and it'll be sitting on the spline here. So
it'll probably sit right back there at rest, and then probably at the edge when it's engaged, so it'll be running like that, which is what you want. Alright, that was a mission. You can ask Sam about that one. Oh, there's so much crud, man. Oh, look at that. Straight up on that edge. Yeah, look at that side, and like down, straight down. That's not what you want. One Friday night, when all our friends were out partying, Sam and I ordered some pizza and beers and ran all the power wiring for the car.
alright, so we're just about to crank for oil pressure. Just going to pour some of this through just to pick up any little bits of metal or crap in the engine. So sump plug's already out. Just going to pour this in, let it drain straight through, and then we'll put the sump plug back in, put some oil that we're going to use to just run it up for the first startup, then we'll drain that out and then put in the actual oil that we'll be using. Yeah, just do it.
It's a big moment, Sam. I had the starter wire in the wrong pin, so we just figured that out and put it in the right place. Sam's working the key, I'm watching the oil light, so the oil light hopefully is wired up to the right spot because it's on, which means there's a ground there at the moment. And I'm gonna look up here.
It turned off. You got oil pressure. Sick. No, you're just playing with it. In this episode, we're going to fire up the 1UZ Cressida. Let's get into it. Alright, as you can see, we got the tank back. It's all refreshed, and we'll give you a look inside. You see, that's all that red stuff's the coating and stuff, and it's all clean. Probably not the easiest to show, but trust us. And I fit a fuel pump to Sam's hanger at work. This is a Walbro 255. Should be plenty of flow for an NA V8 and maybe supercharged later. So yeah, I've done all the measurements. It should fit pretty much. Oh, moment of truth. I may have already tried this because I was very curious to see as soon as I got here. Good baseline, and so we're going to 10 degrees before top dead centre. Yeah. There's a button on that, you gotta push it to thing and just like make sure you're in a good line, because like if you're off to one side you're going to be off. So you gotta be like dead on. Yep. You crank it in. Ready? Ready? Yep. Yep, bang on 10. Is it going to start now? Can I do the honours? You're on. You start it. No. It was at this point we realised that we have a faulty starter, our worst nightmare because it's mounted in the V, so as a last ditch hope, we put a running vehicle on it to try and give it a bit more voltage and see if that would kick it into the action. Wants to go.
I overestimated how much power the 1UZ was going to make and decided to run a 6-puck ceramic clutch and 2,000 pound pressure plate, which made the car a bit of a mission to drive.
It was at this point we realised that the combination of the small boy wheels and an exhaust that hung a bit too low meant we wouldn't be able to get the car on the dyno, so we gave it a quick road tune to dial it in for the meantime.
What do you reckon? That's what you reckon? So happy. Yeah.
After 8 months of long nights and busy weekends, we made it. The event we were aiming to finish the car for, Chrome Horsepower Festival 2022.
It felt bloody amazing to get the car to this point, and we couldn't be happier with how it turned out. Now it's time to get out and enjoy it.
Stop complaining, it's only bad. Oh my gosh, it is.
Yeah, just don't put your foot back on the clutch.
Oh, go bro, go!
Why'd you stop? Getting a so I That's going to be it for this one. Thanks for watching. We hope you enjoyed. If you got any questions about the car or just in general, leave them down in the comments. You still have to get the car certified, so we're going to be documenting that whole process. And I'm thinking about changing up the colour too, so stay tuned for that. If you did enjoy, we'd really appreciate a like and a subscribe. We got plenty more builds planned for the future, so if you want to see that, hit the button and stick around. See you in the next one. Fuck yeah, that was it. Cool. We on, baby.
I don't really put much soul in it. It's like I don't think that I'm with it. I'm on the pro team. You'll be calling that Olympic. They see me rolling. No chameleon, I'm sunny. Peter, 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 Pop. Well,